be making some Halloween treats today, Halloween treat bag kind of things. And we are going to start off with this one. This is probably known as a sour cream container, although it is a large one. But it actually turned out really nice. I like it. So I thought I would show you that one. We're going to do a few other things, but this is first. So what I've done was I cut, this is Halloween scrapbook paper. It's actually a little bit, maybe, I don't think it's cardstock, but it's thick paper. I cut the 8.5 by 11 sheet in half. So this one is 8.5 by 5.5. To assemble this, it's very, very simple. What you have to do is put adhesive. Now before we start making it, I will tell you that you need to have your contents that is going in this, you need to have it ready before you make it. And because we are putting adhesive, you have to assemble it all at one time because you can't put the adhesive inside. It's very difficult. It's much easier if you just have everything ready and you make it and you stuff it all at one time. So I have my pile of candy here ready to go. On the inside of the container, we are going to put adhesive on the long sides of the paper. Now we're going to flip it over. This is going to stick a little bit, but what we need to do is we need to put a strip or two of adhesive on one short end of the pattern side of the paper. We will now join the sides together, overlapping them enough to where the adhesive grabs on and you're even at the top and even at the bottom kind of thing. And let's see here on this one, it doesn't matter because you can turn it anyway, but what I'm going to do is, since we joined it back here, I'm going to call that the back, and you're just going to apply some pressure and bring the front and the back together and give it a nice push. Give it a nice burnish here, and it's going to stick together and it will look like that. Now we fill it with treats, and I have a variety of treats. A lot of treats actually fit in here. We're going to do a couple different treat boxes, so I just kind of threw out a whole bunch of different things. I don't know if this is going to fit or not. Let's show it in there and see. We got to do this. Yeah, I think it. Well, let's see if I can go this way with it. Okay, we're going to call that good. Got a little empty space right down there. What have I not thrown in here? I don't know. Let's put this thing down in here. That's going to stick to my adhesive. Okay, so we've stuffed it with our candy. Now on this one down here, all you're doing is doing the opposite. So we squeeze the paper together this way. So now this time we're going to turn it and we're going to squeeze the paper together the opposite way. Just lining up the top and the bottom and giving it a good squeeze. And then everything lines up. So there you go. There you have it. And then to finish it out, what I did was I took my hole punch and I punched 2 holes in the top. I grabbed some, I think this is organza ribbon. I used orange on this one, I'm using black. It's about a 12-inch piece. So I'm just going to feed it in through these holes. Then I made some little labels because my craft supplies are spread out right now, and I am going back and forth from my craft room outside back into the house, and I'm not bringing everything out here right now. So I made these labels on the computer, and then I'm going to mat them on this black cardstock. So this label's about 1.5 by 1 3/4, and then I just did a mat, probably 1 3/4 by about, I think it was 2.5. Poke a hole in there. We will stick our label through the ribbon like that. Try to meet up our ends of the ribbon. Give it a tie. My hands are kind of cold right now, so they're not working very well. So we'll tie these two pieces together. Oh, it didn't come through. Nice. All right. Like I said, it is we went, and I've said this on my other video, we went from 80 degree weather to like 40, 50, and then this morning it was 34 degrees, but it said, feels like 30, so there was frost on the windshield and everything. It happened so quick, it's so sad. So that is tied together. Just going to trim that up a little bit. Here's treat bag, so cute. I actually pulled that so that it leaves your little extra there. So you have your treats, your little label, and so cute. All right, that's the first one. Move that out of the way. The next thing I thought is super easy. This is a clear bag that I actually bought them off clearbags.com. I had a big order, and but you can go to Walmart, Hobby Lobby, any of the craft stores and buy these bags, and they come in multiple sizes. This one here I believe is 4 by 6. Let's just double check. 4 by 6. So what I have done is I have a Cricut machine, and I designed some tag toppers on the Cricut, and I'll give you a picture of what that looked like on my, I design everything on my iPad. So these are just tag toppers that I have designed and cut out of different papers that kind of looked Halloweenish. I'm going to actually take this one and run it through my embossing folder. I have one that is a spider web. I meant to bring it out here, but I did not. So I'm not gonna run back in the house to get it, but I will put up a picture of what it looks like. I'm gonna run this through the spider web embossing folder and then use it as a tag topper for some treats. Like I said, it's like the possibilities are endless whenever you start with certain projects, because you can use different papers, you can, mix it up the design a little bit. So this is another one. If you don't have a Cricut machine, or you don't have, dies, all that fancy stuff, here's what you can do. And this is very, it looks really, really nice. I took scrapbook paper, and this piece here is cut, I believe, at about 4 1/8, because I wanted it to be I wanted it to hang over just a little bit. So yeah, this is cut at 4 1/8 by 3 inches. Okay, just regular scrapbook paper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to score on the 3-inch side at 1 1/2. So we're basically just, folding it in half. If you don't have a scoreboard, don't worry about it. Just fold your paper in half. And then, as you can see, since it's pattern paper, since we folded it over, this side's upside down. So we're going to use this as the front side. And we will load up our bag with some treats. This bag is going to hold quite a few treats as well. It's going to hold all these. I'm not being neat with this whatsoever. All right. Kind of spread things out. All right. So we have a bag full of treats. You could even use, like when you go to the grocery store, you could even get like snack size baggies. That would be a good size to put treats in, and do the same exact thing. Now you're gonna have to alter your measurements if, for whatever bag you're using. You may have to alter your measurements for your tag topper, but yeah, you don't have to use like super fancy bags or anything. One thing, see, this is the problem I have right now. I don't have all of my supplies like at my fingertips. So what you would normally do is you would take your stapler, this is what I would do, and I would just put 2 staples, one kind of on the sides like this, and then you have a cute little tag topper bag with treats. Another thing that I have done on the computer was I went out and printed just some more labels. This one says Happy Halloween. This one, it says the same thing as my other sentiments do. Scary treats for you to eat. And so, you know, you could put that on there to the side like that, or do I want to put it in the middle? I think I want to go to the side. So I'm going to grab my little foamy squares, which is going to fit on here perfectly. All right. Get all those peeled off. And then we'll stick it on here like that. So this is what your project will look like. Scary treats for you to eat. Cute, cute topper, and then your treats to go. This is one of them that I made on the Cricut machine. So I will do the same thing with it. I'll put some labels on. This is another one. This was like a, I don't know, like a splattery paper, but it was like blacks and grays. So I thought it looked pretty kind of Halloweenish. Like I said, I'm gonna do the embossing folder with this one. So that's all I have for you right now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.